I see the weight you've been carrying. I see the nights you've cried, asking God why certain doors closed, why certain people betrayed you, why blessings seemed delayed. What you did not know is that those delays were traps designed by unseen enemies. They wanted you weak, confused, and blind, but heaven has already moved. The Lord himself has sent a shield, and I stand here sword in hand, guarding your house, guarding your family, guarding your very breath. The hour has come to decide. Will you listen, or will you keep pretending nothing is happening? My beloved, you were not led here by accident. Every step of your day was arranged so that this moment could reach you. The Lord says, this is the final warning before exposure comes. Someone close has been plotting, but their mask is about to fall. You will see them clearly. And when you do not fear. For I, Michael, stand before you. Tonight, heaven has already drawn the line. If you believe, type 777 to declare your breakthrough shield is active. Archangel Michael says, listen carefully, for I must strip the veil from what you have not wanted to see. The path you are walking is not empty. It is not quiet. It is not harmless. Beneath your feet lie snares carefully placed, traps designed not by strangers far away, but by hands you thought were harmless, voices you thought were trustworthy, and faces that seemed familiar. My child, the enemy rarely attacks openly. Darkness does not come announcing itself with banners and horns. It comes dressed as light, smiling as it sharpens the knife behind your back. And I must tell you now, the traps have been laid. Some are emotional, some financial, some spiritual. But all of them are meant for one purpose: to make you stumble, to delay you, to steal the blessing the Lord has prepared for your life. Do you not remember the unease you felt at night? That sudden heaviness in your chest when the room went silent? That was no ordinary fear. It was discernment. Your soul was trying to alert you. Heaven was pressing against your spirit to say, wake up, a snare is near. You brushed it off. You thought it was just worry, just exhaustion, just age creeping into your bones. But no. Those moments were alarms ringing in the unseen. I have been circling you like a watchman on the walls, guarding when you did not even know danger was near. And tonight I speak because the traps are not far away anymore. They are at your doorstep, waiting for your agreement, waiting for your silence, waiting for your weariness to leave you unprotected. The unseen enemy always sets traps in three ways. First, through people, those who pretend loyalty but carry double tongues. You have felt it when someone smiled at you, yet their words carried a shadow. You have noticed when someone's eyes did not match their voice. That was not imagination, that was heaven showing you their mask. The second trap comes through distraction. You have been bombarded with noise, small frustrations, endless interruptions that seem to waste your days. Why? Because if the enemy can steal your focus, he can delay your destiny. The third trap is fear. That lingering anxiety, that whisper that says, you are alone. No one sees you. You will fail. Those words are not yours. They are darts designed to pierce your heart until you surrender. But hear me now. Though traps surround your path, the Lord has already prepared a shield, a covering so mighty that even in the valley of shadows, you will not fall. I stand before you, sword drawn, not as a passive guardian, but as a warrior assigned to your bloodline. When darkness crouched near your window, I was there. When the enemy whispered lies in your sleep, I cut through them with fire. When betrayal tried to attach itself to your name, I struck it down. You are not defenseless, you are not abandoned. Every trap set for your destruction is already being revealed. Think back, child. Do you remember the time you nearly signed an agreement that felt wrong at the last second? That hesitation was not random. It was heaven pulling your hand back. Do you remember when someone insisted you share details about your plans, yet something inside told you to stay silent? That was not paranoia, it was protection. Do you remember the sudden loss that once broke your heart? The opportunity that slipped away? The friendship that collapsed? You thought it was punishment, but I tell you this, it was deliverance. For if those doors had stayed open, the traps would have caught you. Now I say this with authority. Every trap set before you is about to be exposed. People who carried your name into secret rooms will stumble over their own lies. Plans whispered in darkness will be revealed in light. The very nets they cast for you will catch their own feet. Do not fear the exposure when it comes. Do not panic when you overhear what you were not meant to hear, when you see what was hidden. For that moment will not be for your harm, but for your clarity. My child, I must also warn you, do not be silent when God shows you the truth. Too many times you have ignored the signs, brushed off the warnings, chosen peace over confrontation. But peace without truth is just another trap. Tonight the Lord says, open your eyes, strengthen your spirit, prepare to walk forward with courage. For the traps are not the end, they are the test. And when you pass, the path will clear. Do not skip this, do not dismiss this, you are not reading by accident. Heaven chose this hour to break your blindness. The enemies may have set their snares, but the Lord has set his shield. And I, Michael, stand ready to strike on your behalf. Type 444 if you receive this shield tonight. Archangel Michael says, child of light, I must take you deeper. The traps are dangerous, yes, but even more dangerous is when you ignore the alarms heaven has already placed in your spirit. For long before a snare is sprung, the Lord always sends signs. You have felt them, you have seen them, you have dreamed them. Yet too often, you have brushed them aside as coincidence, imagination, or fear. Tonight, I am sent to remind you that nothing from heaven is random. Every whisper, every chill, every number repeating on your clock has meaning. Have you not wondered why certain nights you awaken suddenly at the same hour, as if someone called your name? That is not your body's restlessness. That is heaven's alarm. Angels hover near your bed, pressing your spirit awake so that you will listen. The goosebumps you feel when you walk through your own home at night, those are not accidents. That is your soul detecting spiritual movement, warning you that not every presence in your atmosphere is from God. That dream you dismissed as strange, where shadows moved in hallways or faces blurred before your eyes, that was not fantasy. It was revelation, a picture painted by heaven so you would know what moves around you when you cannot see. My beloved, I tell you truth, the spiritual realm never sleeps. There are constant conversations about your life, some from heaven, some from the enemy. The tension you feel in your chest at times is not just age, not just worry. It is the weight of those unseen words pressing against your destiny. You have been asking for proof, asking God to show you what is real. But the proof has been arriving again and again. The whisper in the wind, the unexpected song lyric that carried your name, the sudden thought that made you wonder if someone was plotting against you. The Lord has been shouting, but you keep calling his voice coincidence. Do not do it again, for this is how traps are avoided, by listening when the Spirit speaks. You have noticed that some people act differently around you lately. Conversations pause when you enter the room. Laughter turns hollow when your name is spoken. You think it is just human behavior, but I tell you, it is spiritual. The unease you feel in your heart is discernment. Do not bury it. Do not silence it. Heaven gave you this sensitivity not to torment you, but to protect you. When your heart beats faster without reason, when a sudden heaviness falls while someone speaks to you, that is the Lord exposing their spirit. That is your shield rising. Listen closely, for I must be clear. Ignoring these alarms is as dangerous as walking blindfolded across a battlefield. Too many times you have asked God why he didn't warn you, yet the truth is, he did. The dreams you forgot, the chills you dismissed, the sudden phone call you brushed aside, every one of them was a shield placed in advance. Heaven does not allow traps without providing a way of escape. But the escape requires obedience. It requires listening. I stand before you now, sword drawn, because the alarms have been ringing louder. That restless sleep you have endured these past weeks is not just fatigue. It is heaven wrestling with your spirit. That voice that called your name when no one was there, that was not your imagination. It was me, Michael, calling you to attention. The sudden flicker of lights, the shift in atmosphere, the way certain objects seemed to move out of place. These were not random events. They were divine nudges. But the enemy's strategy is to make you dismiss them as nothing. If he can keep you calling divine signs coincidences, he can lead you straight into his net. Child, I say with authority, trust your spirit. Do not silence it any longer. The warnings will only grow stronger until you pay attention. Tonight, heaven commands me to remind you that discernment is your shield. Your feelings are not paranoia, they are prophecy. And if you lean into them, if you pray when the signs arrive, if you pause when your heart warns you, the traps will fall powerless. Do not wait until harm arrives to realize you were being warned. You have asked for protection, and the Lord has answered with alarms. When you feel the whisper, stop. When you dream the dream, write it down. When you sense heaviness in a conversation, pray. These small acts are not small at all. They are weapons. They are shields. They are the difference between being caught and being delivered. I will not leave your side. I am circling your house even now. My wings are stirring the air around you, and my sword is cutting through lies spoken behind your back. You are not alone in this. But you must open your ears. The alarms are not here to scare you. They are here to save you. Type 111 if you will no longer ignore the signs heaven is placing before you. Archangel Michael says, Beloved, now that you understand the traps and the alarms, I must reveal to you the greater truth. You are not walking this path uncovered. The Lord has prepared a shield for you, one so mighty that no weapon formed against you can prosper. Even when the snares are close, even when enemies whisper in shadows, the shield of the Almighty stands between you and destruction. You may not see it with your eyes, but your spirit has already felt it. That sudden peace that washed over you when you thought you were about to break, that was the shield. That invisible protection that kept you alive through storms, accidents, and betrayals. That was the shield. Child, you must know this. The shield is not a thin veil. It is fire. It is light. It is the very presence of God surrounding you. Have you not wondered why some attacks never reached you? Why some plots against your life were exposed before they could strike? Why people who set themselves against you suddenly disappeared from your path? That was not coincidence. That was the Lord raising his shield. And I, Michael, have been commanded to stand with that shield, guarding your steps day and night. The enemy has tried to convince you that you are fragile, unprotected, and forgotten. He whispers that your age makes you weak, that your prayers go unheard, that your house is vulnerable. But I say with divine authority, those are lies. You are not abandoned. You are not defenseless. Every prayer you whispered in the dark built a wall of fire around you. Every tear you cried in secret watered the shield of protection. Every time you chose to trust instead of fear, the shield grew stronger. Heaven has not overlooked you. Heaven has surrounded you. The shield of the Lord does not only block arrows, it also reflects them. Do you remember the people who mocked you, who tried to harm your reputation, who spread lies behind your back? You may have thought they succeeded, but the truth is their words ricocheted. The curses they spoke returned to their own lips. The traps they dug swallowed their own feet. The shield of God not only covered you, but reversed the enemy's assignment. That is why you are still standing today. That is why you are reading this right now. Because no matter how many times darkness pressed against you, the shield was already raised. Listen closely, for this is vital. The shield works strongest when you believe in it. Doubt weakens its glow, fear lowers its brightness. But faith makes it impenetrable. When you wake in the night with fear, call on the Lord and remind yourself of his shield. Say aloud, I am covered, I am guarded, I am untouchable in the name of the Lord. Those words are not empty. They activate heaven's protection, and I, Michael, respond to them. When you declare your faith, I move. My sword strikes, my wings cover, my presence intensifies. You are not simply praying to the air, you are commanding the shield to stand tall. Some of you doubt because you remember the pain of the past. You ask, if I was shielded, why did I lose? Why did I suffer? Why did I grieve? Hear me, the shield never promised to block every sorrow. It promised to block destruction. What came against you was real, but it did not end you. What broke your heart could not break your spirit. What left you wounded did not take your life. That is the shield's power. It may let certain lessons through, but it never lets the enemy steal your destiny. Even in your worst days, you were wrapped in protection. That is why you are still here, because heaven refused to let the enemy's plan finish you. Child, I need you to shift your vision. Stop looking at yourself as weak. Stop calling yourself vulnerable. Instead, see yourself as one wrapped in light. Every step you take is guarded. Every door you open is watched. Every word spoken against you must first pass through the shield. And tonight, I declare, nothing unholy can cross that shield. You will walk forward, and the arrows will fall harmless at your feet. Do not be afraid of the future. Do not tremble at the news. Do not panic when storms rise. For the shield is already ahead of you, waiting at the next crossroad. It covers not only your body, but also your family, your house, your bloodline. Yes, your children, your grandchildren, and those yet to come are wrapped in this same covering. The enemy cannot erase what God has shielded. I stand before your door tonight. My sword burns with fire, my wings spread wide, and the shield glows brighter than the trap set against you. This is your promise. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are not exposed. The Lord has covered you, and I, Michael, will not leave your side. Type 444 if you believe the shield is over your house tonight. Archangel Michael says, Child, now I must speak with firmness, for what I reveal in this hour is not to soothe, but to awaken. Too long have you tolerated the masks of those who walk beside you. Too long have you dismissed your inner warnings, telling yourself, they mean well. They wouldn't harm me, they care for me. But I tell you with divine authority, not every smile is honest. Not every prayer spoken near you is for your good. And not every hand that embraces you carries love. Some hands carry knives. Some words carry poison. Some prayers are whispered against you rather than for you. Tonight, the Lord has commanded me to expose what you have ignored. My child, betrayal rarely announces itself openly. It enters disguised. It hides under loyalty, cloaked in false kindness. Have you not noticed how certain people are overly curious about your steps, yet strangely absent when you need their help? Have you not felt your spirit recoil when certain names are mentioned, even though your mind insists you should trust them? That tension is not paranoia. It is discernment. You are not wrong for feeling it. Heaven has been trying to alert you. The enemy is moving through familiar faces. The trap of betrayal is dangerous because it thrives on your silence. You have kept quiet, choosing peace over confrontation, hoping things will settle on their own. But peace without truth is not peace. It is slow poison. You cannot heal what you refuse to see. You cannot be protected if you continue to excuse the very ones who plot in shadows. Tonight the Lord says, enough. The masks must fall. The truth must surface. The betrayal that has been whispered behind your back is about to be dragged into the light. Listen carefully. There is someone who carries your name into conversations you are not part of. They smile in your presence, but their tongue changes in your absence. They act like support, but in secret they are a reporter, feeding details to one who seeks to block your path. Their actions are not innocent. They are calculated. They are the hands of the enemy disguised as friendship, and heaven has seen it. Nothing escapes the eye of the Lord. Every whisper has been recorded. Every meeting has been observed. And now exposure is coming. Do not think the exposure will be gentle. When truth breaks through, it will shock you. You will overhear a word not meant for your ears. You will stumble upon a message not meant for your eyes. You will notice a slip of the tongue that reveals more than they intended. Do not dismiss it this time. Do not excuse it. When the mask cracks, believe what is shown. For heaven is not showing you to make you paranoid. It is showing you so you will finally separate from what drains your spirit. I know you fear loneliness. I know you wonder who will remain if these masks fall away. But child, what is the use of being surrounded if those around you are secretly against you? Better one honest ally than 10 false friends. The Lord says, release the counterfeit so the authentic can enter. If you cling to the mask, you block the blessing. But if you allow the exposure to take place, heaven will send replacements. People who love without agenda, people who support without envy, people who guard your name instead of trade it for gain. The enemy has been using betrayal not just to wound you, but to delay you. Every false relationship is a weight. Every hidden enemy drains your focus, your energy, your joy. That is why you have felt so tired even after resting. That is why you have felt drained, even after laughing. Something has been pulling at your spirit. And tonight I must speak plainly. Cut the ties that choke you. You cannot walk forward shackled to the hands that secretly wish for your downfall. The Lord does not expose to humiliate. He exposes to liberate. When the betrayal surfaces, it will hurt, yes. It will pierce. But that pain will be your freedom. That pain will break the chain of illusion. You will see clearly who is for you and who is against you. And in that clarity, the shield of God will rise even higher. My child, I urge you, do not confront with anger. Do not shout when the truth is revealed. Stand still. Watch. Their own guilt will speak louder than your voice ever could. Their own actions will unravel their disguise. Your role is to remain firm, to choose truth over illusion, to let go when heaven says let go. Do not cling to what God is removing. I have fought beside you long enough to know the cost of delay. You cannot afford another season trapped in cycles of deceit. The hour has come to end it. The Lord says this betrayal is the last one that will prosper. After this exposure, the cycle breaks. After this, your path will clear. But you must agree. You must stop excusing, stop ignoring, stop delaying. Hear me with love, but hear me with firmness. You have been too kind to those who are secretly against you. You have prayed for those who curse you. You have carried burdens that were never yours. And though the Lord loves your compassion, He does not want you enslaved to false ties. Mercy is holy, but misplaced mercy becomes a chain. Tonight, heaven is cutting the chain. You will feel it soon. A conversation will reach your ears. A secret will surface. A face will reveal itself in a way you cannot deny. That will be your confirmation. Do not fear it. Do not run from it. Stand in it, for that exposure is not your destruction. It is your deliverance. And I, Michael, will be standing beside you when it happens. My sword is not only for battle against demons, it is for severing the cords of falsehood that hold you. When you see the truth, I will strike, and the tie will break. You will weep, yes. You will ache, yes. But you will be free, and freedom is worth the pain. Earth. The time of masks is over. The hour of exposure has come. Stand firm, child, stand strong. The betrayal will be revealed, but so will your strength. And once the false is gone, the true will arrive. Type 999 if you receive this word and are ready for masks to fall. Archangel Michael says, "Child, now you have heard the truth and the message cannot be undone. The path is filled with traps, yes, but heaven has not left you to walk it blind. The alarms have sounded, the shield has been raised, the masks are about to fall. You are not abandoned, you are not defenseless, and you are not walking this road alone. Even now, as you read these words, I stand at your doorway. My wings guard the entrance, my sword burns against the darkness, and the Lord Himself covers you with His shield of fire. Do not let fear rise in you. Fear is the final trap, the last weapon of the enemy to paralyze you. Instead, let faith rise. Say it aloud, I am covered, I am protected, I am chosen. Those words will activate what heaven has already placed around you. Every plan against you will collapse. Every whisper in secret will be silenced. Every arrow aimed will fall harmless at your feet. You are entering a new season where truth will prevail and protection will surround you. But I must warn you, this moment requires obedience. Do not dismiss what you have felt. Do not ignore what you have seen. When heaven exposes, you must accept. When heaven shields, you must trust. And when heaven calls, you must answer. This is not coincidence, this is not chance, this is divine appointment. Child, you are walking into light. The traps will be revealed, the enemies will be scattered, and the blessing delayed will finally arrive. Believe it, declare it, and stand in it. For I, Michael, do not speak in vain.